Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you have not already, go ahead and subscribe and view my other videos, run the views up on it. Today I am going to be letting y'all get ready with me to do my makeup. I'm just showing y'all basically like how I do my everyday makeup routine and some of my favorite products. So I've already done my skincare routine, which is washing my face, and after I wash my face I use this, which is the Black Girl sunscreen that I found at Target, and then I also use the Advanced Nail 92, which I got from Ulta. It just basically does what it needs to do for my skin personally. After that, this is my favorite. I need to get some more. As you can see, I use it often, but this is the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f. When I tell you it grips makeup, it's gonna grip it, like for real. But yeah, this is my go-to. So I just take a little bit, about like this much, and I make sure I evenly spread it across my skin. If I put too much in one area, then I'll just like grab some more from that area and move it to another area. And I also like to put it on my eyebrows personally, because it makes the hairs on my eyebrows go up. And I will say I did get my eyebrows microbladed, I believe, and I will tag her here. Now that that's on my face, as you can see, it leaves no like residue or anything like that, but I don't even know if y'all can hear that, but like my hands are sticking to my face. That's what you want. You want your whatever your base is for your makeup to grip your makeup, because you want it to stay as long as you have it on. What foundation I want to use today to show y'all? Honestly, for my girlies that don't want to spend like high dollar on foundation and stuff like that, I will recommend the Maybelline Fit Me. I use the color 340, and I also mix it with 360 as well, because sometimes like my skin tone, it varies. Sometimes I'm darker, sometimes I'm lighter, so I just like to mix these two. But I'm actually pretty much out of the 360, so what I will do is I'll go ahead and use this for you guys, so you can see that this is a foundation that will outweigh most of the costly foundations. So I'm gonna use this one for y'all today, and I'm gonna show y'all how I can sub this one for one of the more higher end ones than Fit Me. So I'm gonna use the Beautiful Skin, Charlotte's Beautiful Skin. I actually just started using this. I actually really like it because it matches like my neck really well. But yeah, I'm gonna mix these two today for my foundation. I'm trying to zoom in for y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna use these two for my foundation. So what I do is I take the darker shade, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand, maybe like two. You always want to use less foundation, because you can always put more rather than pouring more on your hand or whatever base you're gonna use. And you know, having too much on your hand, having to put some back when you already mixed it. So it's like just put a little bit. Then I'm gonna go right, oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go right directly on the side and pour it just like this. I'm gonna take like a little smaller brush just to mix it, but I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush to blend my foundation out. So I'm just gonna mix it like this. Okay, And now that that's mixed together, we already have, like, you know, our base on our face. I'm just gonna, you know, dab a little bit. Now, a little goes a long way. You do not have to scoop, drag, and all that stuff. Like, a little goes a long way. So you just want to just pat it into your skin. I know some girls don't like to put like foundation under their eyes and like, you know, all over the face, but I just spread mine evenly across my whole face and then going with my concealer and stuff. So I'm gonna go on my forehead, go down the brows, in between the brows, I mean, and just spread it out like that. You also want to go under your chin slightly. Do not drag the foundation all the way down your neck. I do not like when people do that because that just means it don't match. You should not have to drag your foundation all the way down your neck in order for it to look right. Get a new color. It's just that simple. That's not your color, Bookie. So, boom. Real light, full coverage. And it's just like, yeah. So now we're gonna go in with our concealer. So the concealer of choice today is going to be, my first one is going to be the Tarte concealer in the shade 5, I want to say it's 535 or 53S. I really have no clue, but long story short, it's the color Deep Sand, and we're just gonna, a little goes a long way. I'm gonna take a couple of dots like so. Do not go past your eye like that. I do not like that. I don't like that sharp edge look or whatever you want to call it. Put a little dot here. A little dot here, a more bigger dot there, and a dot there. Gonna go on our chin and do it directly in the middle of the chin. You do not have to go across your whole chin with concealer. Also, a little bit above the lip, like so. Then you're gonna take this same concealer and go straight down your nose. Try to make the straightest line as possible because once you contour your nose, you want your nose to look straight. And then I also take a little bit right in the middle of my brows, like that. Connect the line, and boom. So here is the placement of concealer. You can already start to see it coming together. We're gonna let that sit for a minute to let the product like kind of set, so when we're moving it around, it stays as consistent as we placed it on our face. So I'm gonna take my Real Techniques brush. It's the purple one. I believe they only have one purple one. Quote me if I'm wrong, but let me see, where's the foundation brush. Okay, so the foundation brush is Real Techniques 200. This is 300. So we're not just going by colors. And now that I done let that sit for a little bit, I'm gonna go in and gently just blend in that concealer. Gonna drag the corner of my eye and go inward towards my nose right before I hit the middle where I concealed it right there. I'm gonna go in like that. drag it across. So that side is done. I'm gonna do this side and upward, downward, above the lip. Okay, so now that both under eyes are blended out, I'm gonna go above my brow, and I want to go right above like where the hair starts. So I'm gonna go just like that, blend upward to get the coverage from where you didn't directly place the concealer. Dab right in the middle of the brows to where you're connecting them. Gonna go down the nose, gently going down the nose, because you still want that highlighted nose effect. So you don't want to wipe too much or blend too much product, I should say, in. And go directly down the nose. And for the mouth, you want to connect it on the side of your nose right here. Under the nose. Try not to get like product on your lips. I typically like to put lip gloss on before doing my makeup because the product on won't get directly on my lips, but it'll get on my lip gloss, in which is easier to wipe off before I do my lips. So you want to go ahead and just connect where you blend it under your eyes, around your mouth, like that, and boom. So we're gonna do our chin area now, and we're gonna keep it in that same area that we placed it, not drag it across. And I will tell you why once we start contouring. Okay, so now that concealer is done, check the girl out. Y'all, we are getting it together, and I'm talking about the base is so flat. If you follow every single direction, your base is gonna be chef's kiss. So now we're about to start contouring, and what product I'm going to use today is going to be the Fenty Beauty in the shade Espresso, the matchstick, contour matchstick. I'm gonna use the shade Espresso. This is what it looks like. Now I do not recommend putting it directly on your face because it is super pigmented. So what I do is I take the e.l.f. contouring brush, and I just slightly drag it across real light, and you want to move like your face to the side, if that makes sense, and kind of figure out where your cheekbone is. Mine falls right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the product that I put on this brush, and I'm gonna go directly on each side of where my cheekbone is. What I will say is I am blending upward instead of downward, because you do want that line to basically structure your face. So I'm blending it upward into my concealer. Okay, so now that our cheeks are done, we're gonna go in again ever so slightly and do right at the top and go and connect the arches of your brow with the contour. And in this process, I am blending downward because when I did my concealer above here, I went upward. So with my contour, I'm going down. Okay, so now that that's blended out, I'm gonna go to my chin. This is why I was telling you guys to only highlight in the middle section, because what I like to do is I like to make my face look as tight as possible. So I'm gonna go in with my contour and I'm going to make my chin look more smaller and sharper. So when you're going with your contour, you're going directly on the sides of where you didn't conceal in the middle to give that more of a structured and, you know, skinnier effect. And you're gonna go around your jawline and contour your jawline straight across. So that is the base of the contour. It makes your face look more defined, your chin look longer and smaller, and basically lifts up and defines your cheekbones and makes your forehead look smaller. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a very tiny brush, as so, and this is just this is called the Vander, but I believe you can get like a smaller brush, like any kind that looks similar to this, and you're gonna take it ever so lightly and brush the contour stick, and you're going to highlight the edges of where, you're going to contour the edges of where you highlighted. So if you did it correctly, you will already see that it's pretty much defined on each side of where you should contour if you concealed properly. So I'm gonna go in and lightly just go based off of the lines that are already defined, and that's one side of my nose and the other side of my nose. As you can see, we have connected our eyebrow and our contour together. So now I'm going to blend the contour line downward in all of the directions on each side, and boom. So then I'm gonna take the very tip of this and just make a small V at the base of my nose. So now that the contour is done, we're gonna do blush. Now I'm a blush girly, but I'm not like a pink red blush girly. I'm more of an orange blush girly, and I also just like to use all my liquid products or cream based products first, and then go on top with my dry products. So I'm gonna take Juvia's palette in the color Coral Rose. Now if you do get this, it is pigmented. I'm gonna do one small dab on here just so y'all can see that it's pigmented, very very pigmented. So what I like to do is I take a smaller brush like this. This is the e.l.f. blush brush, and I just dab it on my hand, maybe like 1 or 2 small dabs. I take this and I dab it on the product, then dab it on a spot that does not have the product, because like I said, it's super pigmented and you do not want to be orange. So you see that? Barely put it on my face and it's still super pigmented. So we're gonna just blend this upward. As such, going toward the eyebrow. So, and I also like to do mine closer to the end, because I don't like my cheeks to look super like with a lot of blush. So we're gonna go in again, do the same thing to the other side. And it also creates a more snatched effect as well. I take the excess, go across my nose a little bit, like that. And now we have blush. I love blush so much. It's just like so pretty to me. Then when you smile, it's just like, you know, real cute. So now I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade of translucent, and I'm gonna tap some into the top of it and spread it out. I'm gonna go in with one of the angled like little pads. You can find these at like Target, Walmart, CVS, anything like that. Just those angled makeup pads. And I'm gonna go in and tap some on the end of it and go directly under my eye as such. So we're tapping a little firmly because we do want the product to set in. So we're gonna go in and drag it in all the places that we concealed. So a little product again goes a long way. So you're gonna set that and firmly place it in there. You should not have like a white excess look or anything like that. So you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And boom, under eyes are set. Now you're gonna go in and go where you concealed it, right here under your chin. Only where you concealed. Go under where you blushed. If you contoured and you blushed properly, you will be able to see where you should put your translucent pot. So now you're gonna go in above your eyebrow and in between your eyebrows, and you're gonna bake that as well. I find the little pads to be very convenient because they get right in the corners, especially if you're a bottom lash wearing girly. It will get under those bottom lashes and in the creases. Go directly on the nose. And it should look as such. So after that, you're gonna take a big brush like this, blend out any excess. Now we are going to go in with our Fenty Beauty, what do they call this, bronzer. Our Fenty Beauty bronzer. I use the color Cocoa Naughty. And I'm going to take an angled contour brush like this. This is again, I want to say the Vander brand, but this is not like any regular or known brand. I just use any type of contour brush, and I'm gonna go in like this, lightly dabbing it. Make sure there's enough product on the brush, but not too much. Tap it on your hand. Now where you use that blush, you're gonna go in the same area and go upward on the same area you put that blush in. Yes, go just like this. You're gonna take a little bit more product, and where you did the circular motions for contouring, you're gonna go in that same area. The setting powder is for concealing. The bronzer is for contouring, setting your contour. So wherever you contoured, you're gonna go in with this bronzer, and basically this is the dry product to set it, make it stick, make it look really matte. You can take any small brush, go in with very small product, and go in with the same area that you use for contouring. And voila, it's all set. Now I'm gonna go in with the same angle brush that I used to do my bronzer, and I'm going to use the Sephora Colorful Blush in the shade Over the Top. It's number 50. Lightly dab that and go right over that same area to bring that color back. Gonna go do the same thing on the other side, and me personally, a little bit on the nose. So we're gonna blend that out a little more. And boom. So now I'm gonna take a regular brown brush that I got from the beauty supply. I mean, not a brown brush, but a brown pencil, eyeliner pencil or eyebrow pencil. And even though I did get my eyebrows microbladed, I am going to brush them up with an angled brush like this. Let them go in the shape that I want them to, or that they should already be in. And me personally, I only like to go and fix the ends of them because I do not like a bold make an ombre effect. by lightly tapping the pencil in the front of my brow. Like, it might look like I'm really touching my face, but I'm barely touching it. Like, so as you can see, I have wiped off my lip gloss. Have a little hair or something. But I'm going to go in with that same brown pencil that I used for my eyebrows, and I am going to outline my lips. Not overly outline, but I'm going to directly outline my lip. Yes. And that's how you outline your lips. Now that I've outlined my lips, I'm gonna go in with NYX Butter Gloss in the color Fortune Cookie. And only put it in the middle. And this is my lip routine. I'm going to use this. Put a little bit on there. And I'm gonna put it directly where I want it to be. Because I don't want to put it directly on my lips and then mess up the color shading that I did. So I'm just gonna put it directly on my lips with a brush. Real kissable. Now we're gonna go in with our Morphe setting powder. Setting spray, and we're gonna just do the drowning process now. And there you have it, a finished makeup look. Y'all, doing makeup is not that hard. Like, it's really not that hard. It's a lot of steps, but it's definitely not that hard, and you do not have to use the highest end of makeup. Like, I think the products that I used, it was nothing that was over $50, I don't believe. But everything that I used created this look, and I hope you can do the same. Even if you don't use the products, you can still follow the exact same steps and you will get this look. But yeah, this is the finished look, and it eats. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys again soon.